Okay, we have the funky meanwhile. Apparently we should be still live, already live, but I have no idea. So at the moment we can keep dancing the part. Okay, I see we are live. So it's time for me to get rid of the music, even if it's nice, but it's not time. Welcome everyone. We are Lele is here with Mindful Pat. I initially thought it was the Mindful Pat, but there is universally only one Mindful Pat in the world, and it's this awesome guy we have here in the show. And what's the news, Pat?
I just got back from Iceland. I spent a week there, and it was breathtaking.
And last time we were actually in the airport, so you were ready to go, and today you just came back. So the present show is part of your everyday present, I would say in this case. How much you travel, right? All around the island, I understood.
Yes. Each day somewhere else. We did the whole loop.
And that's actually a very interesting point that I would take for the present show today. So last time we talked about sounds and what to do when we have many sounds around. So usually we tend to exclude them, but it's actually worth to listen to them, pay attention. That's the moment, the way how we can live the present, but also in business, right? That's the way when we start pay attention to the sound, we realize that effectively what we are doing in that moment, and this can keep back the focus. But as you can see, I am full of thoughts sometimes, right? And I was thinking particularly about your trip. So when you're having a trip and you're going around, and you probably are thinking about where to go, what is the map, am I right in the right place, am I safe here or not, is it how beautiful this place, but then you go back thinking about the lunch or where to go to. So there are many things you're doing. So how did you manage to keep on the present, to keep on the focus, to not enjoy your trip just now when you're back, but to enjoy it in that moment where you were in Iceland?
Well, I didn't have to think about it because you were thoughtful for me, so you were thinking about the trip. but there's room and place for planning and strategizing, right? So a few months back, we decided, we're going to Iceland. We booked some rooms, right? Because we wanted somewhere to stay and not worry about it once we're there. And my younger sister kind of did the itinerary, what we're gonna see. So once we got there, we focused really a lot about being present, right? Being fully in the here and now, so we could experience Iceland for all its beauty and all its worth. If I was thinking about what are we going to do next, or how are we going to get there, or what time this and that, and sure, those thoughts came up at times, but I acknowledge them. Great, I'm happy you're here. Thank you, thought. But I'm going back to this beautiful waterfall, to this fresh air, to this wonderful water, to this great food, or whatever it is, because like you said, Lele, I could reflect now on the trip and create the images, the feelings, and everything's in my mind, but it's never will be the same as if you're actually there, and you only experience it once at that moment. So it helps to be there, right?
So and this can happen every day during our business day, right? So we might do we're doing something, right? Writing or having a meeting, and maybe we think about the next meeting, or we think about the the things we did sometime before, or maybe that complicated communication we receive, maybe from our boss or from our manager, that keeps us full of thoughts and full of worries and so on. So how can we get rid of this, Pat?
Yes. Yeah, multitasking we're not really good at it, right? We could tell ourselves we are, and maybe we could juggle something and walk, but when you're more present, when you're more alert, then you're more open to opportunity, to reality, to react faster and things like that. So I'm always promoting, and mindfulness is promoting to be present. But you're right? You have that meeting that you have to get to. This meeting is extending. Are you going to make it there? Your boss is pinging you. you just got some feedback from one of your colleagues on the project you're working on, and it's just, but you could really only do one thing at a time. So you could really just focus on your boss pinging you. You could really just focus on the current meeting, or you could start heading to the other meeting or whatever it is. If you're jumping from one thing to the other, then you're not giving full attention to one of those, and you're not giving full attention to what's happening right now.
So we do two things badly instead of doing one normally.
Exactly. So the tip or the trick is to be observant of yourself, of your own thoughts, to kind of step out, if you can visualize it or imagine it, to step out of yourself and observe what you're thinking and how those thoughts are making you feel, right? So we will think, but we want as little negative thoughts, right? So you have that next meeting, don't think, oh, I'm going to be late. Think, oh, it's going to be a great meeting, right? So you could also turn around the emotion that you have associated with the thought. The negative emotions will keep triggering more negative emotions, more stress, which will create you more worry and things like that. So be observant of yourself, of your thoughts. Breathe, relax, continue.
So okay, so let's say I'm having a meeting. I'm my normal day. I'm entering with my laptop into a room, and I have some people there. And before I check my phone, and I shouldn't do that anyway. But imagine we usually check our phone, right? You check your phone and you have a mail there in your phone, and this mail says something about some mistake you did. So you feel bad because maybe there is kind of consequence of those mistakes. So you are telling me that what I should do is I should think about how I feel. That means pretty bad, let's say, or worried. And by thinking about how I feel about this will, and then focus back on the meeting I'm having, and this will make the thought away.
The thought will keep coming up, but think about it this way. So you got that email, right? You're about to enter your meeting. So I would say if it's really important, handle what's the priority, right? What's the business priority? If it's resolving that email, then apologize in the meeting room. Say, I have to go take care of something important. If I'm here, I'm going to be constantly thinking about it, and I won't be present, and I won't give you my attention, right? It's good to be open and transparent and communicative with your team, right? Or with your client. So you step out. But if you got to go to that meeting, then make the most of the meeting, right? Make the most of the time you're with those people. So you will handle the issue, but you'll handle it later, right? And when thoughts come up, no. I know you're there. I know I need to handle it, but right now my team's important. The presentation's important. This is important, right? So you got to prioritize your thoughts, your emotions, right? What's most important for you and your team, for the business?
So the idea is maybe be aware as you observe yourself from far away about the thoughts coming up. So while I'm there listening and focusing on what I'm listening in this meeting, I also try to be aware of what I'm thinking. So, and if this original, bad emotional thought is coming, I'm able, if I realize it's coming, I'm able to send it away.
Right.
And this will make my business going much better because I can focus. There is, I wrote stop below. What does it mean? Stop to think.
Yes. Stop thinking. Go home. It's a nice acronym that I learned actually from our Spain country practice leader Estella, and the S stands for stop. All right. So stop. Right. If you're about to experience something, or that person said something and you're about to react, or you're about to open your mailbox and it's going to be full because you just got back from Iceland, stop. The T, take a few breaths. So just get back, try to relax, try to go back to the breath, understand that everything's okay. I'm alive, right? I'm not going to let the thoughts run over. Observe is the O. Stop, take a few breaths. Observe. So observe yourself, observe your feelings, your thoughts, the situation that you're in. And the last one is proceed, right? So continue forward, right? And you can do this while you're in that meeting, right? That email comes up. Okay. How am I feeling? This is more important to be in this room. Okay, proceed on, right? Think about it this way, Lele. You're standing in front of a busy street and cars are just passing by. It's just like our thoughts. They'll keep passing by, right? And if we keep having a reoccurring thought, it's kind of like the same car is in a circle that keeps on coming up. But you can hold on to it and try to pay attention, but you can't hold on for too long, right? If I say focus on breathing, you could focus for a few seconds, a few minutes, maybe a few hours, but your focus changes, right? So the point is to observe and notice the thoughts coming and pick which one is the most important for you at that moment, right? Which is being in this meeting with everyone, right? Or answering that email. So it's important to stop. Trust me, the more you practice stopping, the more you'll be able to take advantage of the situation, the more you'll be able to help your clients and your teams to succeed.
And you will be, and this means being more mindful, right? Once you learn to stop, you learn to be more mindful, because that's what makes a person mindful, is realizing what is happening around you and be aware. That's what I got. Good.
That's all.
Maybe before. That's all what we need to know for today, and I think that's something that is gonna help many people, because that's the basic of everyday disturbance, and it's really particularly, for example, we're thinking about the trip is about planning, right? So we sometimes these thoughts we are thinking about what is coming, but this is preventing us to do something now that makes sense. Right now I'm talking to you, maybe I think about what I'm going to have for dinner, but I will miss something that you're saying, and that's not good, because then when I'm for dinner, I mean, it's not necessary for me to think now about dinner. I can do it later when I finish. So that's something we should learn. And from business wise, it makes sense. From leadership, from any person that is actually working needs focus. Can we have a mindful minute about this? What would you suggest, Pat, as a little exercise?
Yeah, let's practice the stop exercise, okay?
Okay.
So whoever's listening, just stop, right? Come back to now, right? Whatever it is. It could be a noise. It could be some bright light, whatever it is, right? Just stop. And you could either notice your breath, right? Not trying to change it at all, or exaggerate the breath, right? You could take 2, 3 breaths, right? If you're starting to get really upset or angry, take more breaths. Science proves that the more you relax and focus on the breath, the less the stress and the anger arises, right? If you don't want to enter your meeting stressful, people will pick it up right away. So now you're more relaxed, you're thinking more clearly, and you could start observing yourself, right? Why am I reacting this way? What thoughts are coming to my mind? Why is this emotion arising? How is it all connected, right? You could observe yourself from a different perspective, from your inside, and then you could start observing the area you're in, right? The environment, the people around you. And we proceed. We come back. Yeah. Mindful minute.
And as always, you should actually try this not only now that we are at the present show, but tomorrow, the day after, anytime. Try to experiment it because it takes time to get on with the practice, and it's easy to forget. So the present show as such will give you hints, but all the rest, being mindful, is all up to you. And thank you so much, Mindful Pat, for this and for all this insight about mindfulness. We will be again with the present show next time soon. So you can always, there is a link you should think always about, because this is where you, so ibm.biz/the present show. This is the link will allow you to get all the recordings of our show. And then there is another link for you that is the present show live, where you can always get in touch with the next live show, exactly this one that we're having now. So thanks a lot again, and see you with the present show. And this time, we promise this time is going to be with a guest. We still didn't have a guest for today, but I wanted to catch the moment of the trip and the concept around the trip and being full of thoughts. So next one, we will have a guest. We will ask a lot of information about this guest, because it's going to be a guest really, really into mindfulness with a lot of good insights. So yes. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, everyone.
And see you soon.